They're kicking in the wrong flank here. There's no doubt in my mind. In goes Silvani. Solid mark. Gee, Carlton are much more determined.
Carlton well on top in the first 5.5 minutes into the final quarter of the 68 grand final. The kick now from Silvani. Plenty of Essendon defenders there, but they mull it up. It's Gerlach with the ball, tries to hook it around. It's taken by Quirk. Quirk gets around here. His kick is smothered, however. Here's a go. Over they go. Across it goes to Gosper. Gosper now kicks it high into the centre of the ground. Jostling going on. Knocked away here. It's taken by Crosswell. Over to Nichols. Nichols now to Gallagher. Gallagher a short one in here towards Kekovic.
He's paid the mark. He's paid the mark. He's definitely paid the mark.
He had it, but I didn't think he had it for that long. Now he is a natural left footer, this fellow, and he's on the left foot angle. Fair bit of goal open to him.
We'll start again. He's kicked 4.
Yeah, very nervous so at the moment.
Well, ever since the start of this last quarter, Carlton have attacked all the time. Essendon have yet to have their ball down on their forward line.
This could be a real ripper if he puts it through. It's on its way. He's hooked it though. And another behind.
Gee, they're wearing it down by points. 14 points in front, Carlton. What's the time there, Mike?
It's 6.5 minutes, Alan, into the final quarter.
Gee, I feel as if they've been going for a quarter of an hour.
Oh, I think it's the excitement here. Charlie Payne kicking off. Again, he comes along the member stand flank. Up they go, and the mark taken there by Williams, the centre half-back for Essendon. Williams now swings around. He takes his kick. Kicks up to the wing position. Robertson from behind. Fletcher in front. Has it knocked away, but he's paying Fletcher.
Paid the free more than anything. Fletcher now on the centre wing. Goes around Robert-Orr. Hand passes to Gosper. Gosper steadies. Kicks in towards full forward. Hey, all fly. Lofts. Pleasant from behind. Collins gets it in the back pocket grab. Yes, he gets it. An obvious free kick to Ian Collins.
No doubt about our director Alf Potter and our Channel 7 cameraman. They don't miss a thing.
They're killing them today.
Oh, are they ever.
Collins now. And they're all Essendon supporters too, the cameraman. Up and towards Robinson. Oh, Silvani chipped in at mark. Look, this is the reason that Carlton are in front. They're much more determined.
Right, looks like Chandler is coming on at any given moment for Carlton. The ball goes forward. No mark, however. Over the line it goes. Quirk tried hard to pull it in, but couldn't do so.
I think Bennett might come off.
Yes, Bennett's coming off and Chandler will go on. Wait for the throw-in. Nichols and McKenzie doing battle once again. Big Nick gets a tap down here, but plenty of opposition from Essendon. Nichols gets into Pryor, and Pryor will take the free.
Pryor's on the ball and Payne's at full back.
Chandler's on now. He's gone to centre half forward. There's a kick up forward there. Oh, the mark almost taken by Close, but he couldn't hold it. Through they come there. Plenty of Carlton defenders. Jones picks it up, but it's intercepted here by Gosper. Gosper drives it right across and Fordham. Nice mark. Lake. It's Lake. Lake has marked.
They sneaked him on very quickly.
50 yards out, directly in front. Bruce Lake. He kicks. He's put it through.
Oh, this is danger now. 8 points only.
Well, who's got...
I must admit I had another look, but I'd have called him for them. There's Jack Clark now. Fairly calm. Oh, nice hit down by Big Jones. Over towards the flank. Shaw battling with Croswell. Very strong play by Shaw. He'll get a free here shortly. Oh, no, taken away by Jesselenko. Jesselenko shorts one into Kekovic. Too high. They race for it. Payne takes it over the line. Throw in now in Carlton's forward pocket. Throw in McKenzie and Nichols jostling each other. Could have been a free down towards Alakipis. He's in a bit of bother, but he went straight through. Fumbled it a little. Still struggling on. Little Gallagher had it, and it's got to be bounced. Players are going to start and get weary now. There's been a tremendously physically hard game. The ball bounced at centre half forward. Big Jones tried to take it, couldn't. Over here, very nicely picked up by Evans. Evans scrambles his kick out towards the half forward flank. Lake racing for it, takes it, goes around towards the boundary line. Still in play. No, it's out now. This is the boy that come on last week and played very well. Throw in now. Between the centre wing and the half forward flank, and only 8 points the difference. In they go, a nice punch by McKenzie over towards Fordham and Crane, but it'll beat them both over the line.
Looks like Russell Blue's gone off.
Throw in. In they go, Big Jones. McKenzie over the top of him, all rucking well, but gives away a free kick, and it was obvious too. Another good shot by our cameraman and director, Alf Potter. Could always pick the freeze on this. Jones got under it a little, kicked in towards centre half forward. There's a mark to Neil Chandler.
Chandler now on the ground for the Blues. He takes his kick deep down forward. The players come out to meet it. Kekovich has the chance. Charlie Payne from behind. Here's a go now. Oh, Crosswell fell on top of it. His shoulder's gone.
Gee, something collapsed then.
It's against him.
Well, it hasn't.
What happened?
It was Scottish possession.
Look, if his shoulder had gone for mine. There's a kick now from Charlie Payne towards the wing position on the outer side. It's Chandler once again.
Wasn't a bad move bringing him on.
Good player, this kid. Chandler now comes up to take his kick. It's a low trajectory drop kick. The players move out for it. There they go. It hits the ground. A chance for Charlie Payne. He's grabbed, however. Big Nichols comes in. He's doing battle with Eppes.
Eppes is free.
Yes.
Gotta get the throw.
Oh, yes.
And 15 yards.
Oh, that's right. He's got to give it back on the full, doesn't he?
That's right.
Stupid rule.
Almost 12 minutes of the final quarter gone. Up comes Eppes to take his kick now. That's a good one, almost into the centre of the ground. Up they go. Oh, looks like Jones came out with it. Jones now kicks down forward. The players set themselves. The Carlton forwards are behind, taken by Crosswell. Crosswell snaps over his shoulder. Look at this.
Look at it
Bounce right across the face of Bowles. It went in, it went out. Gerlach has it. Gerlach's going for a run along the member stand flank. Gerlach is still going. He's still going and gets his kick. A chance here for Carlton to get back into the fray as the ball there is kicked by Robertson straight over the boundary line on their half-forward flank on the member stand side.
Oh, that was the flukiest thing I've ever seen in my life, that way that ball bounced. But you'll notice every time a player runs as far as Gerlach did, they generally miss the kick up.
Well, you would have bet your life that was going to go through. Bounce the wrong way.
Young Gross is on for Essendon.
Waiting for the throw-in to take place. Jones comes in there, hangs on to McKenzie too. Players are being bundled out of the way there. It's on the ground. There'll be a ball up here, I feel. The ball up between the wing and half-forward flank for Carlton on the member stand side. The ball is bounced. McKenzie goes up there, taps it down beautifully, and the kick by Pryor to the weak position on the member stand side. Coming out to meet it is McLean. He's grabbed, holding the ball.
He held that ball under him. I saw that clearly.
I think he had to pay that, Butch.
Oh, he had to pay it for
Still
sure.
a free kick to Fletcher. Fletcher now drives forward. Oh, Blethyn got up high from behind. Here's a guy racing in there as Lake Silvani comes out with it. Silvani, it's a funny old kick straight over the boundary line.
It was a good one, though.
On Essendon's half-forward flank on the member stand side.
Desperate move, you'd call that, Butch.
We have been playing 13 and a half minutes into the final quarter.
And Ted
There
Fordham,
they go.
Ted Fordham is off for Essendon.
Right, taken here by Silvani, hooks it around. Here's a chance. Plenty of Carlton defenders there. They all flow for it, however. McKenzie cleverly knocks it towards the goal square. Taken by Lake. Lake goes to the ground. Lake is still going on. He's smothered.
Oh, why won't umpires pay free kicks in front of goals?
He's going to bounce it.
I'm talking about both sides, not just this incident.
There's the bounce of the ball right in front of the Essendon goals. McKenzie taps it away here, taken by Collins. He's unloaded. Here's a go. Blethyn comes in, but it's forced through. No. Ross has it. Gill is after him. Yes, I thought it was through from behind.
That's 7 points the difference now. Oh, we're not even halfway yet. Gee, anything can happen in this. There's Chandler being looked at or spoken to by the runner. Lofts settling things down a bit there, waiting to see where he's going to kick towards the outer. There's Barassi, worried, on the phone again. Lofts kicks in towards the flank. Silvani, nicely placed. Oh, he dropped it. And Crane, it'll have to be bounced.
Playing a free? No.
He's going to bounce it. Have no fears. On the flank now, McKenzie moves in, number 24. And a good hit down, but oh, look at Silvani, chased it all the way. A scramble kick over here. It sees it picked up again by Close. It kicked in towards full forward. Tried for a one-hander there, Alice, but it's Lofts again. Lofts kicks the ball straight out of bounds.
Bad luck for Essendon.
Gee, they're hanging on, aren't they, Ted?
My word, they're hanging on. Big John coming onto the ball now.
I'll tell you what a tribute to both sides, the way they're fighting it out. There they go, it's Cross who comes out with the cross, puts his left foot into it, drives down towards the goal square. Blethyn sets himself, knocked away by Walls, however. In goes Bruce Lake there, taken by Gill. Oh, Gill got one high around the neck, but play on is the call. To the weak position on the outer side there, the ball bounces, taken by Pryor. Pryor gets his kick in towards centre half forward. The ball is marked by Gill.
Well done, John Gill.
Gill of Carlton. Not one of his most brilliant days, but by golly, he's battled hard. 36 players out there doing their utmost for their teams. There's the kick from John Gill now, down towards centre half forward. Oh, look at this. Over to home for Carlton, taken by Crosswell. Crosswell snaps down towards the big ones. Kekovic and Charlie Payne. Here's a go, they're still going. And Payne comes out with it. And Payne is going for a bit of a run now. Tries a long hand pass across here. It's Eppers with the ball, he's caught. Play on, or yes, Kekovic has it. Kekovic breaks clear now. Kekovic swings around, eventually takes his kick. Down towards Jesselenko it goes, but taken here by Pryor, driven close to the boundary line. I think it's over.
It's out.
Carlton's half forward flank on that outer side.
A few errors there, Ted.
I tell you what, they're weary, those blokes.
Oh, they're desperate though for scores.
Oh my word.
This is where the errors creep into the game.
Right there they go, Mackenzie and Jones going for it. Mackenzie skips up, he goes, gets a tap down too, another hit away here. Crane fumbles that one, dives on top of it, tries to get out with it, or does quite cleverly, but picked up by Pryor. Pryor kicks in the wing position on the outer side. Over it goes, there'll be a throw-in. We are 17 minutes into the final quarter.
And there's 7 points the difference, Carlton in front.
Still anybody's game as both players of both sides are throwing themselves in the game ferociously.
Who'll take out the flag? Up they go. Mackenzie, Nichols goes down. Silvani over here to Crane. Crane up towards Gallagher. Gallagher gets a run of it. He better get his kick. He does so. It's a long one into the pocket on the outer side. Oh, Charlie Payne. He bundled Kekovic out. Down to the ground it comes. Here's a go. Picked up here by Gerlach. What a player. Gerlach now kicks to the wing position on the outer side. The players set themselves. The ball bounces. It's over the boundary line. The old head Sergio Silvani didn't use up too much gas then.
Mike, you're pretty right. There's a lot of tired boys out there now.
This looks like a practice session of end-to-end kicking, Butch. It's going from one end to the other.
Throw in Nichols and Mackenzie again, both great players. Nichols gets it down to Silvani. Silvani tackled by Mackenzie.
Free.
And a free kick to Serge Silvani.
I think we summed this up pretty well early when it would be a battle of backlines.
Oh, Mackenzie's very weary there. A short
Silvani,
one.
a short one towards Crane. Whoa!
Well, he couldn't do anything else, Mike.
Oh, he must have thought that was the Sydney Express coming at him.
He had to make an effort, sure.
I'll tell you what, I would have been up in the grandstand.
Gee, Carlton still holding the play up locked. Jesselenko punches it towards the boundary line. So they're just playing percentage football, just hanging on. Only 7 points though, and we've seen some remarkable things happen in these final series. There's another punch by Nichols, a double hander that time. Over towards Eppers. Eppers going the wrong way, now goes back towards the fence. Kicks out towards the centre wing as a chance for Crane from behind his mark.
Guilty.
He's been a very good player today.
I'll tell you what, let's give a rap to Alec Eppers in his final game. He's playing magnificently on that back line. There's Crane, he's looking for a lead there, but it's off the side of his boot, over the line, on Carlton's half-forward flank on that outer side. We've been playing right on 19 minutes into the final quarter. There they go, up they go. It's knocked away here. A chance for Crane. Oh, he goes over. He scrambles the ball out to Silvani. Silvani and everything in the last half. Kicks it forward. Shark by Eppers once again. Eppers going for a bit of a run. He steadies. It's a long kick up towards centre half forward. They fly high. No mark. Taken here by Gosbury. Runs into trouble. Gill tries to get out. Taken by Peter McLean. A hand pass back here to Noonan.
Noonan to get the free.
Oh, he wasn't waiting either. Noonan plays on straight away, kicks down forward. Blethyn.
Oh no, a horrible thought just entered my mind. Could it be a draw?
Blethyn has kicked 3. He's kicked 3 goals. Wesley Lofts claimed he touched that ball, but the umpire says, I'm paying the mark. Up comes Blethyn now. He's only 20 yards out on a slight angle. He's put it through. 1 point the difference.
That's 1 point the difference now.
The difference.
Oh,
20 minutes into the last quarter.
117,000 people here at the MCG.
It's a record of all time.
Yes, 117,000.
The ball back in the centre now with 1 point the difference in this 68 grand final.
Umpire Jeff Kurtz bounces the ball. Players come in. Nichols gets up there with Mackenzie. Neither gets a tap down. A chance here for Minari. He loses the sight of the ball. Through they come. McLean gets his boot into it. It's out towards the wing position on the member stand side. It's a Carlton mark, all right.
Crosswell.
Players are scrambling on there, but Crosswell will take the mark. He'll be given the kick.
Oh, they need a goal badly.
Crosswell on the wing position on the member stand side takes his kick. Not a bad one. The players set themselves up. They go. The ball hits the ground. Here's a go for Pryor. Kekovic comes in there. In comes Gerlach. Gerlach swings around. He gets his kick back to the half-back flank. Over the line it goes, and there'll be a throw-in.
Oh, this is grand final stuff for you.
21 minutes gone of the final quarter.
It's taken 3 quarters to see this pressure really applied.
Up they go there. Nichols goes up high for it. Down to the ground it comes. A chance for Minari. Gets one in the back. He's paid it. Paid it to Minari. And Minari's within kicking distance.
Oh, he's a long way out, Mike.
He's 55 yards out. He should be able to kick it, Butch, in the goal square. Kekovic's being closely watched by Charlie Payne.
Big Jones in the pocket, moving into the square now.
Minari comes up to take his kick. Puts his boot behind it. It's travelling long. It's swinging off, however. They set themselves up. They go. Touch through, one behind. 2 points in.
Comes Charlie Payne, kicking out to the flank.
Here's a go. Oh!
Shaw takes it, dashes away, kicks in towards centre half forward. Gosper and Collins. Collins mark.
Oh, well played. Boy, that was a pressure mark. That's a mark that could win the game. His kick travelling down forward. Quirk comes out there. Up they go. It's knocked over the line, and there'll be a throw-in on Carlton's half-forward flank on that outer side. Nichols comes in with Mackenzie. They've got renewed vigour. It's so close. A tap down. It goes to Chandler. Chandler kicks up towards the pocket. Here's the danger man. Eppers coming out once again. He's still going around. Eventually gets his kick. It's at centre half forward for Carlton, and Fletcher will be paid it.
He's paid the push.
It was a dangerous move of Alec Eppers, but he had nowhere else to go.
He's either paid the push or the mark. Oh, Fletcher comes right across the ground towards the member stand flank. Gerlach's there on his own. Up it goes towards Davis. Davis tries a short one in here. It doesn't come off, however. Picked up here by Ellis. Ellis up to the pocket. Here's a go. They fly.
Oh!
Lethen's marked it. He's on a very acute angle.
Lethen is 45 yards out.
I should have passed it, Mike.
45 yards out, Lethen. He's hard up against the boundary line. Kicking to the scoreboard in goal. Can he put it through?
Very cool in his approach.
Pressure right on this kid. Oh, he's run around a bit. He kicks. The result?
Out of bounds
in the forward pocket.
Well, that gives them a chance to score now.
What throwing takes place, the players set themselves. Nichols and Mackenzie go for it. Mackenzie gets a tap down. There they go, but it's taken by Lofts. Lofts kicks it high to the flank position on the outer side. A go here is taken by Crane. Carlton out of trouble. Crane better get his kick. He does so down to the half-forward flank on that outer side. The ball bounces, knocked away here by Williams. Williams and Quirk going for it. Quirk falls on top of it. Can he recover? Yes, he does so.
He's got to get a free kick.
Down. And Shaw looks disgusted.
Oh, it was an obvious free kick.
But oh boy, what a grand final. What a grand final.
2 points the difference.
Quirk will send this way down. Up he comes to take his kick now. Puts his boot into it. It's a good kick too. It's floating in. Kekovic is in there. He's marked.
Kekovic is marked, no worries. And he's on his left foot here. About 40 yards out.
Oh, it's a good 40 yards.
45, yeah, but look, Mike, that what I reckon is the angle, and he's kicking left foot.
Let's see, he's kicked 4. This will make him the hero with the Carlton fans if he can steer this one through. 45 to 50, I'd say. Oh, it's a fair distance. But he's on his right foot, as Butch Gale pointed out. Up he comes, concentrating, puts a skip in, puts his boot into it. It's on its way. It's offline. It's out of bounds in the forward pocket on the outer side. Carlton kicking to the Richmond end.
Oh, under conditions. The wind, I feel, has dropped a little bit, Butch.
We're into time on. Almost 25 and a half minutes gone as the throw-in takes place. There they go. Mackenzie gets up high. Here's a chance for Charlie Payne to pick up. Payne has it. He's tackled by Jesselenko. The ball goes forward. Players lose sight of it. Shaw to Epps. Epps now over to the wing position on the outer side. Gould from behind.
No, the man in front.
He's playing it
Close.
Close on the wing position on the outer side. Up he comes to take his kick towards centre half forward. All pressure here. Lofts.
Wonderful mark. A wonderful mark.
Oh boy. 26 minutes gone. Ron Barassi's down on the fence now as we wait for Lofts to take his kick. Up he comes, he favours the drop kick. It's a good one, it's over the centre. The players set themselves priors in there. Oh! Chandler! Chandler has marked. Can Carlton hang on? Up comes Chandler to take his kick. It's going forward. They come out to meet it. They fly. Jones!
Had it all the way.
Jones is 50 yards out directly in front.
Oh,
A goal here. And it'll be Carlton's grand final, I feel, if he can steer this through. Don McKenzie comes in trying to upset him.
Well within kicking distance.
50 yards out, directly in front, kicking to the Richmond end. Peter Jones needs a big hoof. Puts his boot behind it. It's offline.
Out of bounds.
1 point.
Out of bounds. Look at Big Nichols moving in for this one.
It's
I
out of
bet he
bounds.
tries to grab it.
Out of bounds in the forward pocket on that outer side. There's a throw in. Nichols is there. Up goes McKenzie. McKenzie gets a tap away. It goes to Quirk. Here's trouble. Quirk over his shoulder. It's a funny old kick. It doesn't travel much distance except up and down. In comes McKenzie, but it's taken by Crane. Crane now drives into the pocket once again. There'll be another throw in that forward for Carlton on the outer side. The forward pocket for Carlton on the outer side.
They've got to keep it down there.
27 and a half minutes almost gone. There's a throw in. In they come. Pryor does battle with Nichols. Crosser goes here towards Kekovich. Is in trouble. Picked up by Croswell. 1 point. Oh boy.
Towards Evans. Evans will mark quietly and safely.
Plays
on. Short one and Silvani there. Hits over. Can't quite get it. Croswell comes through. Gives it to Quirk.
Oh!
And pushing through now. It's
Robertson loses control of the ball. Barry Davis is still going. He goes to the ground.
Should have been a
ball
push. Should have been a push to back to Davis.
A ball up. Are these boys weary? Oh, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Going on to 28 and a half minutes gone now. There they go, the bounce of the ball. Nichols goes up there with McKenzie. It's going to go over the boundary line. It's on Carlton's half-forward flank on the member stand side. Where is Croswell playing? Oh, golly's Bob.
Wing with a time ticking away in the 68 grand final. McKenzie and Nichols. They punched it over towards Davis. McKenzie takes it. The kick smothered. He tries to wrestle.
The neck to McKenzie.
Siren's gone. The siren's gone, has it? Yes. Look at this. We couldn't hear the siren.